that if we could identify, put together a cancer control plan, and doing that, if any help has to be given from the Union International for Cancer Control, I'd be delighted to extend that help. The UNCC works along with the WHO, it works with the IR, which is the International Agency on Research in Cancer, the IAEA. So we can bring that kind of expertise to help you develop a cancer control plan. And I think the first thing in a cancer control plan is to have a very strong registry, so that you can identify the type of cancers that we have. We can look at what particular intervention needs to be done for patients in Goa, and we can target our limited resources towards that sort of care. The other thing that I led when I was in US, something called CCAN 25. That is to put together a cancer city challenge, give a city with more than 1 million people a full cancer development plan. We have the expertise. They will give you, it's not a fixed plan. Each city gets a different plan according to the existing infrastructure. That's another thing that if you all are keen, we could look at developing, which again would benefit the people in Goa. So I'll end with these few words. If there are any questions that you would like me to answer, I'll be delighted to do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. De Cruz, for those wonderful words and the fantastic offer you have given the state of Goa. We'll now proceed with lighting the lamp. I would request the dignitaries on the stage to kindly join us for lighting the lamp. Thank you.
So mask cut mask.
I now request our Honorable Health Minister, Shri Vishwajit Rane, to kindly address the gathering.
Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Dr. Pramod Sawant, Shri Anil De Cruz, Dr. Shekhar Sarkar, and all the dignitaries present here. On the occasion of World Cancer Day, and I was just hearing what Dr. Anil De Cruz was saying. I was mentioning to our Chief Minister, Dr. Pramod Sawant, that Dr. Anil De Cruz is already associated with us. We are still to, I was just mentioning on our Tertiary Cancer Center project. I have spoken to Dr. Anil De Cruz on several occasions, earlier in Tata, and he has been very helpful in people from Goa going there. The whole idea on this day, I have only two things. I was listening to briefly to what was said, and I would like to reassure everyone present here that under the leadership of our Chief Minister, is that we are taking our tertiary cancer project ahead. And coincidentally, Doctor, you are also one of the members on the expert committee to advise us, guide us on the modalities to be followed on how to put such a center in place and take it forward. All of us know in Goa is that the cancer is one of those diseases that is on the rise. It can be because of your lifestyle, it can be because of not detecting something in the right time, I myself, in my own personal life and occasion, and we had a leader amongst us who we lost to this dreaded disease called cancer. And many times what we do is we tend to take life very casually and very easy. And as a result, putting a system in place, having a cancer registry, Dr. Shekhar Sarkar was a part with me and 10, 12, 13 years back when we put up the cancer registry. But we need to, again, like Dr. Tikru says, make it very proactive and it has to be really integrated in a different way so that we are able to monitor people in the states, in the state of Goa, and also to see how best we can create that type of awareness among the people. Try to see that there's a situation where we are able to detect things in time and take things forward, then we'll be able to give the right type of protocol and treatment to the patients suffering from cancer. A simple thing I can tell you, like you have either a swelling in the abdomen or you have something like that. Many times we tend to neglect it. Sometimes you have a bloating in the stomach, we tend to neglect it. Ultimately, when you go and do a thorough investigation, you find the picture is something else. And as a result, if it's timely detected, is something where there's a structured protocol, doctor, as you are aware, where you are monitored in a period, maybe a period of 3 months, a period of 6 months, and then you are able to save your own life. But you should be lucky actually to reach that situation. Sometimes people do it with a mere MRI, you go to do something else, or you do ultrasound and then suddenly you detect something, and as a result of which you are in a position to be in a situation where you can take the right advice and move forward. But doctor, I would also like to suggest somebody like you who's so well renowned, with so much of experience. I mean, your help to us will be always beneficial here in the state of Goa. We are a very small state, as you are aware. Dr. Shekhar Sarkar has been in the forefront for so many years on helping us putting these things, systems in place. But I think a lot of people don't realize, and a lot of people succumb to cancer is because of no proper protocol being followed, no proper detection, no early detection, and as a result come in a late stage. And today, Doctor, our government, headed by the Chief Minister, we have already tied up with University of Miami. We are only waiting. Once they get a green signal, we will be officially signing the MOU, which is also approved of the Government of India. We have also taken Yale University of Global Health as knowledge partners. And what they were suggesting to us is, due to the pandemic, what is going to happen is all the cases that could have been detected early will come as full-blown cases now, and whether your state is prepared to handle such situation. Perhaps it can be in cancers, it can be mainly in areas related to cancer, it can be related to cardiac and other ailments, and as a result of which we need to be prepared. And hence your intervention at this stage, how do we deal with these situations which will we come across, and people to handle these type of complexities will be a challenge post-pandemic. We are still in the pandemic stage and we still are facing and fighting COVID-19. People have changed their lifestyles, and how do we handle it and move forward and create that type of awareness that is required so that people, even with the slightest symptoms, come forward. I am proud to say that this government, headed by the Chief Minister, is the only government in the state where we give free treatment of all kinds to every citizen of the state of Goa. And this is not adopted anywhere else in any part of the country. Many times, doctor, when Tata Memorial gives a referral saying that you have to give 25 cycles of chemotherapy, here we give it free of charge. And many times here in Goa, we don't realize that this much money is being spent per patient. Hence, what I'm suggesting, doctor, is that we have a proactive Chief Minister. We have a Chief Minister who supports whatever we say, and we have also, as was just mentioned, because the committee was formed, we were yet to meet, and then the pandemic struck. Is that if you can put a protocol and give it to us, and then we can make the cancer registry is one, keeping the cancer registry active is one. The other one is how to reach out to the people who need early care, and how to integrate that, or how do we use the health system in the primary health centers, and then you have the community health centers, and integrate it with private hospitals and Goa Medical College in order to deal with and identify or able to catch the disease when it is at a very early stage. I think this is something very challenging and we need to take that forward. I think only with experts like you and in a small state like Goa, we can make that difference in people's lives. Today, on the occasion of World Cancer Day, I would like to thank Doctor for having invited us. being present here, and I can assure you that this government is very proactive. The government wants to do something for the people, and the tertiary cancer center, Doctor was just inquiring about the tertiary cancer center. This tertiary cancer center will see the light of day at the earliest under our Chief Minister's leadership. We have found some modalities to take it forward. All the states, all of you know, have suffered due to the pandemic. All the states had to see how best we could put our resources to fight COVID-19. As a result, certain things we had to move in a little different way. But I am confident that this comes up, that people from the state of Goa would not have to go out. And having experts like you on the panel, I am sure you'll be able to come out with the right type of model that we require. And it's very important that people like you, with the vast experience that you have, you help us put something in place. It's a request on the occasion of World Cancer Day to you, so that we are able to, make a change in people's lives. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for those words. Our Honorable Chief Minister, Dr. Pramod Sawant, will now say a few words.
Good evening, friends. For the today's function organized by the Gokarma Oncologist Association to create the awareness on the cancer on the occasion of the World Cancer Day. Along with me, my colleague, Health Minister Vishwajit Rani, Dr. Anil D. Cruz, Dr. Shekhar Sarkar, and the rest all esteemed doctors present here, and friends from the media. It is a pleasure to be here today in presence of the many eminent personality who dedicates the battle for the cancer in the state and internationally. We have seen over the last few years the status of the cancer in our state very different from the rest of the country. The cases occurrence in the Goa is similar to that of the Western world. The breast and colon cancer is the higher than the national average, where the cancers like that of the cervix are relatively rare. This could be due to the many factors like the lifestyle of the people, unhealthy food habits, the delayed pregnancy, etc., compared to the rest of the country. But it is also an indicator of the good penetration of the healthcare and screening facilities in the state. This has been made possible thanks for the efforts of both the public sectors and private sectors. It is not only the individual, but working as a team, so that many aspects like the cancer care and as well as we have seen in the pandemic for the COVID management. In a bit of the growth that move forward, and we need to strengthen the public and private partnership so that in the coming years the Goa can be the model state on the parameters of delivering the healthcare to the citizens. We have here amongst us Dr. Anil D. Cruz, who have been the pioneer in fighting the cancer in the nationwide in more than 3 decades. Now he is heading the most prestigious organization, which is the Union International Cancer Control, based in Geneva, which has both the technical know-how and the financial strength to help the program for the cancer control. We also have glad to be receive your guidance and technical inputs in this regards. Thus, we will clear the roadmap to make the Goa model in the state for the cancer care and to how to manage the cancer in our country. We also have amongst us our Health Minister Mr. Vishwajit Rani, who is always setting up the driving force for the public-private partnerships in all sectors. Besides the cancer treatments, the cancer education is equally important to overcome the fear of the disease, the fear of the treatment, and the information of the disease profile, and most importantly, and when and what stage to meet the doctor. In this regards, the state government has conducted the 24+ mega medical camp in the last year. Nearly the 300 to 500 patients were screened from the non-communicable disease, including the cancer, in each of the camps. We have conducted these regular public education drives, not only in the rural areas, but also in the urban areas. Our department has been organizing the events like the mobile health camps, dental care awareness. Just recently, the dental started by our health department. We hope to develop the structured education format for the community about the cancer and to take care even of the citizen of Goa. My government is committed to support the initiatives, initiatives and financially, and with the support of technical aspects, we can make this successful. We have many philanthropists in our states and who can also support such initiatives. With the support of all the international bodies like Dr. Cruz can guide us, and we can provide not only the education but the treatment and facilities for the rehabilitation of the patients and from the trauma to trauma also. The government is providing the Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, DDSSY scheme, and also the medical facilities for the resident of Goa for the treatment of the cancer in the state and outside the state also. I would like the private sector further investigate the high-end equipments like the robots, PET scan, etc. And this partnership is important so that we can together excel in our both efforts. The partnership between the government and private players can give the boost for the medical tourism in the state also. Finally, we need to remember that the driving force for every successful initiatives, the men and women who work tirelessly to make it happen. Hence, the support of all the doctors will go a long way for making this successful. So, already the health minister, we are taking the help of Dr. Anil Cruz. We have already set up the committee and who is always guiding us in this. We are starting up with as the health minister state, that we are starting with the tertiary care center and also the diagnostic care center in future that will, for the early diagnosis, early treatment, that will lessen the number of the cancer patients and we can save the life. As Dr. Shekhar Sarkar said, as the early diagnosis, we can save the organs also. With this, I think you all people will make aware to all the people in the state that will help for the awareness and for early diagnosis and early treatment for the people of the Goa. With this, I thank you one and all. I also thanks for Dr. Anil Cruz, Dr. Shekhar Sarkar for making this awareness campaign in the state. And with this, each and everyone will make aware for the early diagnosis so the people can come and they can diagnose, they can take the treatment. That will only help for the patients. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. The Gokarma Cancer Association has made some special mementos to commemorate this occasion. I request our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Pramod Sawant, to kindly hand over a memento to Dr. Anil Cruz.
1 minute. Doctor.
I now request Dr. Shekhar Sarkar to please hand over a memento to our Honorable Chief Minister, Dr. Pramod Sawant. A big thank you to the dignitaries on and off the dais for taking time off from a busy schedule to be with us here today. Thank you to all the doctors who took time off from a busy schedule to be with us today. Thank you to the press guys.